Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hanging Out with K-Dubs. That's me. And this is a big episode for us. This is the 100th episode. I mean, come on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's just... Whew. I never thought I'd make it this far, to be honest with you. I really didn't.
I remember when you called me and asked me to do the first one. It sounded awesome. Like, yeah, let's do it. But that night, it was like,
well,
100. We never in a million years thought we'd say 100. Well, that's true, yeah.
Because we got to do a little back. Well, first of all, Josh, welcome back for the 100th episode.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Coming here. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, this is a little whiskey. Yeah, this is
good stuff.
I remember when I talked to you a few different times about doing a podcast and stuff like that, and shit, you came over what? 3 times before we got the first one recorded, or was it 4? I don't remember.
The third time was the charm, yeah.
Because it was one of those where, hell, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, So I'm like, okay, I think everything's ready to go. Let's do this, We record an episode. I didn't hit the record button. I didn't hit the audio button. I didn't hit whatever. Yeah. The second time was the opposite way. I didn't either hit the record for audio or video, one of the two,
we didn't have audio.
And we didn't have nothing. And I was like, oh, my God. And I remember you telling me, you said, if I'll come do the first, but I want to be the 100th. And I was, at that point, I was like, sure, man, come on over. Let's do this. Thinking I'm not going to get 10 episodes or something. That's going to be it. Yeah. Now here we are at 100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
been fun.
2.5 years.
Listening to them and learning some stuff. It's cool.
I do got to thank you for something.
What?
Because I believe you are the only person that has shared every one of my episodes on social media.
Why not?
So thank you for that.
Support you.
I appreciate it a lot. I really do.
It's fun.
Means a lot. You get people that share when they know people and they like certain episodes and things like that. But you've shared every one. It's like, holy cow.
It takes 3 seconds? Hit a button.
Mm-hmm.
What it cost me? Nothing. Why not support you?
I appreciate it. Yeah, I really do. That's because I went back and looked at all the shares and stuff like that, and your name was at the top of every one, and I was like, oh, look at that. So that's cool to bring that to bring this back full circle from the first episode to the 100th episode.
That's crazy.
The setup's a little bit different compared to what you were, because you also came back. I think it was the 10th episode too, and that was still with all the old equipment that I had. Yeah, still out at the dining room table.
Yeah, no, it's like professional now.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Nice. We need the big neon sign behind you.
I don't know if I'll go that far. I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan because he's kind of his own guy, But
it's hard to talk.
A little decoration in here wouldn't hurt nothing.
Yeah.
It's on my to-do list. All right, as we all know, life can get busy sometimes, and
priorities.
Exactly.
Responsibilities. It sucks adulting.
Well, it's got its pros in it.
It does,
but it definitely has its cons.
Yeah,
especially being a single guy and things like that. It's like, God, nobody's gonna mow my yard. No one's gonna do the dishes. No one's gonna clean the house.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta go grocery shopping. Oh, by the way, you still got to work your job every day. It's like, oh man,
it just becomes one long day that never ends.
Well, or it just becomes routine at some point too. Yeah. It's like, okay, I know. Like for me, it's usually Sundays. Like Sundays, I'm like, okay, that's when I got to edit my podcast. Whatever we did for the week before, or that week of, I got to edit that Sunday. And when I do that, it's like, okay, now I can do my laundry. Now I can do dishes. I can clean the house because it takes flipping forever. Yeah. Especially out here. So I know, okay, I come up here, get that done, work on other things that we need to get accomplished, and before you know it, it's 5 o'clock Sunday night.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no routine. It's just...
when you get to it.
My day changes every day. Every day I plan on leaving work by 4, and it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does, but, it's a job.
So let's talk about that.
It's hard to squeeze in, the rest of your life around work sometimes.
So
that's the job.
Yeah. So you got hired on it. You're the farm manager.
Yep.
Over there at Soulful Prairies, which is located over there in Woodstock.
Yep. Off Alden Road.
Off of Alden Road. Yeah. McGuire and Alden Road. Yep. Basically, the nice big setup way off the road.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You're the farm manager of that place,
yes,
and you started there. It's got to be over 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah, I'm going on 2.5 now. God, I can't believe it's been that long. But shit, I started there I was going to be starting when we did the first podcast. So yeah, I mean, I've been working there as long as you've been doing podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I love it though. I mean, it's, horses, it's right up my alley. It's tough work, but I love it. It's not many people can say they get to go to work and do something they love.
Yeah, I get to say that.
The workout. I mean, the farm is gorgeous. That's my office. I get to go there every day. 80 acres of just heaven.
The best stuff on the market.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. There's no pennies pinched.
What? Yeah. So, are they like a? Explain to me what it is. Is it like a horse retreat? Then is it?
No. It's my boss does what's called Gestalt therapy, which I don't even know 100% what it is. So to not sound like a moron and. Not that that's out of the ordinary, but I don't really know exactly what it is. It's from the gist of what I got out of it, because I don't really pay attention to that, which I probably should, I guess. So when people ask me what it is, I would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I just kind of, she does her thing, and I just take care of everything else. But the horse is like the tool for the therapy. She basically, her and a client will go in the arena, and they're talking about whatever, and a horse comes in and just feeds off energies and, whatever. But, and then she rides, my boss owns 7 out of them. Well, we got 11 now. The rest are boarders, so we do board. But it's 80 acres, there's trails all over the property, so you can ride wherever you want. Huge arena indoor, they can ride wherever they want, beautiful barn, wash rack, I mean, if you have horses, I'd board there. The place is gorgeous. I mean, it's got everything. So she does horse boarding, but the main business is the therapy. But they do like 1 or 2 weddings a year and corporate retreats. You can rent out. Actually, we have a cabin built in the 1800s that it's on Airbnb. You can rent out for a weekend or a week, whatever, if you want to go chill for a weekend and out in the country. I'm trying to think. What else? I mean, you can rent out the house, the bottom part of the house. Sleeps like 12, I think. So when you have corporate retreats, people just rent out the bottom of the house and
call it a day.
And the cabin. I mean, we got people in there this whole weekend filling up the cabin and the house for the entire weekend. So there's always something going on. And Soul Jam's the big thing in September, the giant music festival. I think if you order tickets now, they're $65, but as you get closer to the day, it's $75. But it's all for charity. I don't know what the charities are this year, but it's awesome. I mean, 2 stages, an acoustic stage, an electric stage. They had 12 bands. It was awesome. Bring your own food and booze, whatever, chairs, and hang out. We had people with a little grill that were cooking out. Somebody had a little fondue set with the little sterno heaters, making fondue on the lawn. It was cool. You can bring your own booze. So, I mean, tickets are a little steep, but again, it's for charity. But you can bring your own stuff. So
it's live music.
And it's awesome. And, on the sunset, over the pond. And, it's just awesome. But actually, this is the 10th year they're doing it. So this is actually going to be the last year for a while. They're taking a break for a couple years and maybe do something different. But so this year should be pretty good.
Yeah. I think I'll go out with a bang a little bit on it.
Basically, yeah, because it's the 10th year. So,
what do you do there as the farm manager then?
Just take care of the entire property. All 80 acres, so I got to mow trails, pastures, take care of all the animals, vet care, dental care, whatever. I mean, I got to organize all that stuff. Stone, rock, whatever, mulch, I mean, you name it, mow everything. I mean,
equipment.
Yeah, I mean, the sink breaks in the house, I'm fixing it, whatever needs done.
I remember you telling me about that pipe that blew upstairs.
In January?
Yeah, in January.
What a nightmare. That was a nightmare.
Oh, my God. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's, shit happens. It's a barn. I mean, granted, it's nice
barn.
and new, but, shit happens. I mean, stuff's old now. It's, 12 years it's been there, I think. I think the barn's been there 12 years. The house is 10. The barn was the first thing they built when they had the property. But, yeah, that was a nightmare. I had to call plumbers in and, because I can do a little bit of plumbing, but no, I'm not a professional plumber.
Me neither.
Plumbing
Far from it.
And electric, I don't touch. Anything else, I'm all right. But so I had to call somebody else in. Part of the problem was my fat ass couldn't fit where it needed to get fixed at because we got these cubbies up in the barn. So you had to military crawl through this cubbies above the ceiling where all the pipes are. So when I called them to have a guy sent out, I said, listen, this is going to sound so stupid, but I'm like, you need to send me the smallest guy you have. They were like, what? I explained the situation. Yeah, the two guys that came and got back there, and he called down to the other guy and told him what tools to bring him up. So that guy was stuck in the wall for like an hour while the other guy just brought him stuff. But freezing their nuts off, dead of winter, Friday night at like 1 a.m. They could have charged us up the ass for that call, and
they didn't.
It was under $300. I mean, so that's why now, guess what? I'm calling them for my plumbing every
absolutely.
time. I just had them out yesterday because we had another pipe blow behind the washing machine in the office. So
I had plumbers out last Friday.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Did I tell you that story?
Well, no. I knew they were coming, but you didn't tell me what happened.
So there's 2 toilets in this house, and the one, it would fill the bowl, but it would not flush away fast. And I'm like, it's a toilet that I don't use very often. So I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So long story short, I tried a couple of things that I kind of know about plumbing. None of it worked. Called them. They came out. They worked on it for a half hour and he goes, screw it. We're just going to pull this whole toilet off and we're going to see what's going on in there. So pulls the toilet and he goes, what the hell is that? What is that? They pull it out. It's a squirrel.
What the? Alive?
No, it's dead. Yeah. But it went in through one of my vent pipes on my roof, went down into the system, took a left, and went right to the toilet and died right there. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this.
I mean, you wouldn't have known that was going to happen,
Like, this house has been here for 44 years and it's never happened. And of course, my luck. Yeah, it's going to happen. But like
when
that.
I moved in my house 3 weeks after I moved in, the furnace took a shit. So I was like, cool, there's $5,000 as soon as I walked in the door.
Yeah. So much for just purchasing the thing. And the funny thing is, like you said, it's like, man, they could have charged me. It was under $200.
Yeah.
It's like,
you can't beat that.
I'm going to keep your number on my phone.
Exactly. It's hard to find contractors anymore that aren't going to just stick it to you, especially at the farm. Because, I mean, when you pull in, every time anybody pulls in, as soon as you, get down the driveway and see the entire farm, right away you just see dollar signs. I mean, the place is gorgeous. I mean, millions they spent on that place between the arena and the barn and everything. It's just... my boss has an eye for detail and decorating, using a ton of reclaim stuff and which is super cool. But none of that old barnwood and stuff. That stuff's not cheap,
No, but
to find a builder that can put it all up and all that and do it right, and so it's.
I've been there a couple times. I've been to Soulful Prairies a few times, and it's flipping.
It's
gorgeous,
impressive
man.
Just to pull in and see it.
It is.
It's So I mean, that's my office every day. So I love going to work.
Till you have the really crappy days, but that's every job.
Oh yeah.
You're going to have shitty days. I kind of like
it, though. It's not monotonous. When I worked at Dean's, I mean, we had our fun, fucking around at work. But, I mean, it was just the same shit every day. So, plus the morale there was just miserable and just you hated going to work. But, now, I almost can't wait to go to work. I mean, there's days where it's just like, oh, God, I got to go to work. But, it's
there's days when I know what's coming up.
Once I get there, I'm fine,
Yep.
But it's, it's I just love going to work. It's awesome. My boss is super awesome. They take good care of me. They... she doesn't ride my ass about anything. We meet every Tuesday to just go over hey, don't forget this or this.
Yeah, got to get this done this week.
Otherwise, she just leaves me alone, knows I'm getting it done. I don't have somebody breathing down my neck. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's huge.
I mean, when you love going to work, it makes life so much easier.
Well, and you're gonna do you're gonna do a better job.
Yeah.
Because now, like you said, you love your job. Your boss is real cool. So it's like, okay, you know what? I need to get this done this week. I don't need to get it done, but I'm gonna get it done because
I try and keep.
I love what I do.
And I try and keep her happy, which keep boss happy.
You're happy,
yeah, exactly. So it's right now I got summer. I get some summer help, so I got a couple high school kids. Well, I shouldn't say high school kids; they're young college kids, I guess. But
are they interns then, or are they
just helping out for the summer?
Just helping out for the summer.
Weed whipping, stuff hey, go wash your troughs, bitch work.
Yeah.
So I can get the important stuff done. I go, well, not that stuff's not important.
No, that stuff's just as important.
Oh, it is, but the bigger stuff,
the stuff that
I don't
unexperienced people can handle.
Yes, I don't trust them to do. I should say, especially with horse stuff. I'm super picky. Don't touch my horses. I'm super anal about that.
Because you guys got all the equipment and everything there, too, to clean pens and bed and all that
right now,
stuff.
I mean, we don't have any stalls to do. I mean,
they're all out to pasture now.
That's another thing I love about my boss. She likes keeping the herd as wild as possible. So, like, they stay out year-round. They don't come in the winter. You know, some of the older ones, like when it's, like, freezing balls and shitty, like, you know, we got one guy, he's 32 this year. You know, it's old for a horse. He doesn't look, I mean, he looks old, but I mean, he's in great shape. But like, yeah, on cold, shitty days, I brought him in. He's old. He's put his time in. You know what I mean? He can come in for the night.
He can come into the retirement home for the evening.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and he don't mind coming in either. It's just like, oh, cool. You know, so
yes, sir, I'm in.
Yeah, which I don't blame him. But so it's nice. I don't have stalls to do every morning, once in a while. But you know, it's just you come in, feed, and just start with whatever. You know, it's awesome.
Get to working on the day, whatever day that brings. Good, man. I'm glad you like it over there. I know it's
It is. It's weird because when like I wasn't nervous when Dean's was closing, you know, which normally I would have been like freaking out, and I was just like, screw it, you know, just taking the summer off and see what life brings, and you know, just kind of landed in my lap. So yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah,
I love it when things land in your lap. It's always a good thing when that happens.
Giggity,
yeah,
giggity. I knew where you're going with that, but
I'm just making a statement. That's all. Your mind can take you wherever it wants to go, but I was just.
Mine's usually in the gutter, but.
You know. Oh, I'm always in the gutter. Always. That's good. I seen. So for this 100th episode, I put it out there 2 weeks ago. Like, hey, we're going to do the 100th episode. We need some topics. We need some questions. Yeah. I got questions that were about me, but not necessarily about the topics that we wanted to discuss or come up with. So to be 100% blunt with everybody that's made it this far listening to this, we're just kind of winging this thing because we got zero response for topics.
Which is a little disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Like, I would at least been a smart ass and like throwing out something ridiculous. Well, I said to you, like I would have just typed in like cold fusion.
Yeah, I said quantum physics, you know.
Who cares, you know? Like, I mean, I know nothing about either one of those things, but I might be able to spell them, but you know.
Well, I'll just bring this up because it just popped up on the news here, not the news, but on my news feed here the other day. Do you know
real news or fake news?
No, real news.
Okay.
Do you know what the CERN hydrogen collider is? Okay, so
was that English?
Yeah, the whole thing was English.
Okay.
So over in Switzerland, they got this hydrogen collider, right? They take molecules and they throw them at high speeds to collide them together. And that's how they make certain things, right? This thing's 100 feet deep. It's 27 kilometers long. And it's just this big, massive machine, right? Well, it just came over my news feed that they can change lead molecules into gold molecules with this thing now. Yeah, crazy. And then they don't hit each other. The molecules, the molecules don't hit each other. They actually glide by to each other and then stick, and that's what makes the lead turn to gold.
Interesting.
Which means officially,
so that means the price of gold is going to go in the toilet.
Well, that's the question that I don't know, right? Because it's like
is it going to? Can you tell the difference?
According to
the
according to the scientists, no, because they're making gold molecules. Now. The question that I have is one, a couple of questions. One, is gold going to just plummet now because we can make it? Yeah. Or are they going to go, oh, hey, the United States went into Fort Knox and realized there's only a skid steer bucket full of gold in there, and they're asking us to make gold for them.
Who knows what's in Fort Knox? I don't trust anything the government tells us anyway. What happened to all the gold at the bottom of the trade centers?
There was gold at the bottom of the trade centers?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It melted, they said, and disappeared. Except it doesn't. It'll reharden. But, another conspiracy theory that it was all a cover-up.
I didn't know any. I never heard that one before. Yeah. That's new.
Yeah. There were supposedly, billions and trillions of dollars in gold in the bottom, storage in the bottom of one of the trade centers.
I thought that was all in Fort Knox. I thought majority of the gold in the United States was in Fort Knox.
That's like Area 51. Who the hell knows what's in there and under there? I don't trust anything.
I know you can't get there.
No.
I know if you get anywhere close.
Who really killed JFK? There's a second shooter.
Did Epstein hang himself?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. I'd mentioned the Clintons, but I'll end up killing myself in my sleep somehow.
All of a sudden, Josh just committed suicide.
Yeah, shot himself twice.
That whole thing is probably going to get red flagged on YouTube. I don't care. I'm going to leave it in
That's
anyway.
why you just say uranium, plutonium.
But the funny thing is,
Leave it
like,
to me to take it too far.
no, it's not taking it too far. It's just I kind of know what some of their red flags are, and we're already pushing that. We don't need to really push it any farther.
I don't think they're going to worry about me.
I don't think they're going to worry about me either. I mean, like I said, we are just having a conversation here. It's not like...
I'm sure I'm already on ATF's list anyway, so...
If not, his name is Josh.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
You want his address, or...
The Q is silent.
Oh, my God. We went from having a good conversation to just shit in a hurry.
Well, we kind of expected that a little bit.
Yeah, I was totally expecting this.
Without topics, yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I brought up the whole, CERN hydrogen collider and things like that, just to kind of maybe bump us into a topic that we would...
Or golf. We can talk about golf.
We can talk about golf.
We'll put a lot of people to sleep, probably.
We will. I will say this. I started golfing basically with you last year.
Yeah.
Was when I really started actually golfing. Not just for, charity events or golf outings, but like actually, hey, we're going to go golfing this week.
Or a drunken bachelor party.
Right. Yeah. And I will give, if I watch professional golf on TV,
I can't do it.
I give those guys so much credit.
Oh, God. It's ridiculous.
Holy cow. I'm still learning, and I'm still going to learn for a long time, hopefully. But, dude, that game is freaking hard.
It is. It's not easy.
And it's a one-man band, really.
It is. You're playing against yourself.
Yep.
It's the only, I think, one of the only sports that isn't a team sport, like a solo sport. I mean, I'm not talking like bowling or like ping pong, like real sports, which some people might say golf isn't a sport, but really, NASCAR's a sport. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Just how hard is it to turn left for 3 hours, or right, or I don't even know what fucking direction.
The funny thing is after I did a little research on like NASCAR and IndyCar and stuff, I'm going to consider it a sport. I mean,
there's a talent to it. Don't get me wrong.
You're in a car that's 110 degrees all the time. You got to brake just right when you're going around curves. You got to accelerate at the right time going out of. Seriously,
Rubbin's racing, man. Fuck brakes.
Well. In IndyCar, you need brakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're not just turning. Yeah.
So, being in there for 3.5 or 4 hours at a time.
Oh, yeah, you hear stories like they just shit themselves and piss themselves and whatever, which,
hey, when you got to go, you got to go. Yeah. You're not going to stop the race to do that.
Been there.
Been there. I don't think I've ever shit myself on purpose.
Oh, no, not on purpose.
But no, I would consider racing a sport. I would, after doing the research and stuff on it. My personal opinion, I would. But
I guess athletes would be
athletes. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
I guess
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
athletes is probably more of a.
And granted, you don't see some like 300-pound fat ass in NASCAR though. I mean, they're all seem like they're all pretty in shape though. But
you have to be. I mean, they are dealing with G-forces and everything else too. On top of that,
I couldn't do that. I'd be puking everywhere.
Exactly. Man. So, I mean, there's a talent to it. And
I'd give it a whirl, but I'd probably throw it.
Yeah, I want to try. It's not like, hey, Kyle, take this car and go 200 mile an hour for an hour. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is your insurance paid up? I sure hope so.
Get a NASCAR. You should put hanging out with K-Dubs right on the hood of a NASCAR.
Oh, yeah. That'll probably only take me about, $3 million.
I bet it's more than that.
I bet it's more than that, too. I was just throwing out a number to be an asshole.
But $3 million probably gets you like a tiny-ass sticker out near the fuel tank or something that nobody
underneath
sees.
the bottom of the car.
It's behind the visor.
Just in case if it flips, they get the, hey, there
it's
it
on
is.
The muffler. Yeah.
No, but golf is I enjoy playing it.
Oh,
it's fun.
As hell. It's when you play serious, it's frustrating.
Yes. Yeah. Like when we go and we hang out and we have
a few cocktails and just who gives a shit, it's fun.
But it seems like I know for like when I've been watching you over the last year and a half, you're a good golfer, dude.
I'm not bad.
You're a good golfer. I don't care what anybody says.
I've been playing since I was 12. I should be, but
12 and now you're 60. I mean, that's a lot of years.
I look 60. I've always tried to do the math. I act 12. I look 80. No, I look 60. I feel 80, but I'm 48. So what's the average? But hey, keeps you young, I guess.
And that's the way I look at it. It's like, I love baseball. I love I love playing it.
I miss it.
I enjoy it.
Like, we went to the game last week up in Beloit. Like, I hadn't been to a game in 20 years, I bet. Like, I miss playing baseball. Like, man, it'd be cool to go out and play softball again. Then it's like the next day. Like,
I already
my body
know.
reminds me, like, yeah, you're not playing softball.
That's the thing. It's like,
actually, the last game of softball I ever played, I broke my pinky. That was 25 years ago. No, Jolie was a baby. She was 2 or 3. So yeah, 20 years ago. That's when I was in shape and could bounce. I don't bounce anymore.
Mm-mm. And my theory is like, man, I'd really
knock on wood. I've managed to actually stay. Oh shit, no, March I was in the hospital.
Yeah, let's say it was only like 3 months ago.
Man, here I thought it was 6 months. Shit.
Yeah, and like me, I would
hopefully that's my one for the year.
Yeah, and like I would love to play, but I just know like, man, if I tear a knee up, if I tear an ankle up, it's like I'm out a year.
Oh yeah.
In today's world, yes, we have great technology and stuff.
I don't
but
sit at a desk. I can't afford to risk.
Exactly.
Just like you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I break a leg or an ankle or a wrist.
I'm out of work then.
I'm home.
And not making any money, and it's costing me money to do all this. And this way, it's like golf. It's like, okay, all right, I tear, got a sore back the next day, or pull a muscle in your back or something. It's like, okay, I can work through this.
Christ, the last time I threw out my back, I was tying my shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to start stretching, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's hard with a fucked up back and body full of metal, and
You still got to stretch.
Oh, I do. Getting out of bed is a stretch. Then I do the old and hear everything creak and crack and snap.
All right, good to go.
Good for the day. Yeah, pop my morning Advil and off to work I go.
Man, I started stretching in the mornings now, probably a year and a half ago. Dude, it makes a difference.
Oh, it totally does.
Just take 10 minutes in the morning. For all you out there that think that you're getting old and your body is not
if you don't
the way that it was, you're right. We are all getting old, and it's not the way that it was. But man, start just doing simple stretches in the morning.
I'm all right getting old.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm like totally embracing it. I don't give a shit. The older you get, the less fucks you give. It's just like, oh, it's so nice. I don't care.
It's funny because
I look at the young people now. Oh man, I'd hate to be young now. I really would. I loved being 18 when I was. It's just the world sucks now. It kind of does. Everything's just terrible. Hopefully, it's going to turn around. Well, it does. Come on. I mean, not everything.
Everything's not terrible.
It's not everything, but I mean, it's it is not like it was 20 years ago.
No.
It's just such a shit show in so many aspects. I have such a hard time with it.
I love technology a lot, right? I love technology because it's making things, in my opinion, it's making things better. Okay, from healthcare, it's making things better in healthcare. Yes. It's making things better with farmers and farming out there. Technology is just rising above that. That being said, it's also giving everybody an opinion out there in the world, whether they should or shouldn't have that opinion.
Yeah.
Myself included.
We all want to be, we all want our 5 minutes of fame,
Nah, I don't care about 5 minutes of fame. That don't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to me either, but it seems
some
society,
people do. Society seems like, that they want to go that way.
My OnlyFans is just for the money. It's not for the fame.
Good for you for starting one.
I'm kidding.
It just takes the courage to get to take that first step.
I haven't gotten my first customer yet, though. I'm trying to find.
Do you want me to go on here now and subscribe to you?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a minute.
Seeing how much they'll pay me to put my clothes back on.
Hey, whatever gets that check rolling in.
That's right. My feet pics aren't cutting it. Yeah. Nobody wants to see my upside down toes.
Dude, that is
feet are gross.
Dude, that is a whole nother thing.
Everything.
The OnlyFans thing.
Oh,
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I mean,
I don't either.
I just don't get it. For any of you out there that don't know what we're talking about, just
it depends.
Ask Google.
Doing it or subscribing?
Either way.
Oh, yeah, either way, I guess. But
it's going to cost, if you're subscribing it, from what I understand, if you're subscribing, it's going to cost you money, right? And if you're doing it,
you're making money.
But
you're a hoe.
But or a man or a man hoe. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's the world we live in now. That's what I said. The world sucks now.
But everything's just awful. There are some people that are making big
on
money off of
YouTube,
that.
I mean, some of them people are making millions just posting stupid shit all day. And here I am working my ass off. But you know what? I love my job, so I don't care.
Yeah. And that's the way I am. It's
and
like,
I'm all right with it, you know? I'm good with it. I don't need all that bullshit.
Yeah, the thing
Simple
is,
life, man, is the key.
the more that you put stuff out there, the more and more criticism you're going to get.
Yeah.
And that doesn't matter really what you do, right? If you have people that are watching you and watching what you're doing, you're going to get criticism no matter what. Even if you're doing everything to the best of your ability, even if you're doing everything that you believe is correct.
I'll go out to dinner with my parents. You know, I mean, it's that simple.
But in today's world, if you're one of those people that is getting criticized, you just need to shrug it off.
Oh, no.
And
everybody gets butthurt now about everything.
And just say, hey, look it, man, we're doing the best with what we got, and we're moving forward.
We've all forgotten how to laugh at ourselves. That's the problem.
I agree with
Everyone
that.
gets offended by every little thing.
See me, I'm different. I'm different than that.
If it's funny, like I think it's hilarious. I don't care.
No, it's different when we're roasting each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a whole different. It's a whole different ballgame.
Half the time while we're golfing.
Yeah, I know. You'd be like,
that's one of the reasons
I picked my head up. I'm like, Josh, how many times you've probably told me that 5,000 times?
Well, that's just the way it goes.
You know? But like me, I'm just the opposite of that. Like, if you criticize me, I'm gonna look at that and go, God, what did I do wrong here? You know, and then I'm gonna beat myself up over.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll think about it.
I'm not gonna.
It's always good to self-check yourself.
Exactly.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like self-awareness is always a big thing.
But the problem is like I'll take it too far with me. Like I'll be like,
you take it too much to heart.
Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe not so much to heart.
I guess.
Maybe not so much to heart, but it'll be like, let's just say, okay, I decided to put a picture behind the wall, right behind me here, and all of a sudden I get somebody that says, "Oh man, that is just not that's not an appropriate picture for your podcast." I'm gonna be like, "Oh, well, I put something up there, you know. Well, maybe they're right. So let me think about what kind of podcast I'm running." I'm just using this as an example.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna look at it and go, "Man, is it the right picture for this?" I mean, I do bring in professional people, and I do bring in people that know what they're talking about and things like that, and maybe is that not an appropriate picture then, you know? And then I'm going to just deep dive into my own head and be like, oh shit. And then eventually I already know myself. Eventually at the end of it, I'm going to be, well, screw it. It's already up. It's already done and over with. I'm moving on.
My response would have been, maybe this isn't the podcast for you. Kindly go fuck yourself. You know,
the front door's right there. Exactly. I'll follow you out.
Exactly. Yeah. No one's forcing you to listen. So eat it. You know,
I get it.
As I've gotten older, I just don't care anymore. I just don't.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My filter has become way more plugged in the last 4 years than it ever has been.
Yeah.
Like, I still have a filter in there. I just haven't changed it in 150,000 miles.
Yeah.
Like, it's still there, you know, but it's getting pretty collected full of crap. Yeah. And one of these days, I'm assuming it's probably going to when I'm about 40. I'm just going to remove the filter and 40. Put the cap back on, you know?
Yeah, I remember 40.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why not?
I wish I could be 40 again.
I'm basically 3 years away.
Actually, I don't think that. I wish my body felt 40 again. But I'm good with getting old. I'm closer to death now than I am alive, so I'm good.
I'm going to need a refill.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's take a break.
All right.
This podcast episode is sponsored by Dan's Diesel Performance. If you're looking to improve your truck's performance, efficiency, or appearance, check out Dan's Diesel Performance. They manufacture turbochargers, fuel injectors, fuel pumps, transmissions, intake piping, and much, much more. Plus, they offer all the top brands in the diesel industry. They're located in Machesney Park, Illinois. Visit their website at dansdieselperformance.com or give them a call at 815-977-5865. And we're back.
Yeah.
I know there was a long break for you guys about that fast, so thanks for hanging with us through the break.
Refills are important.
Yeah, we had to, thanks for bringing that over, by the way. You definitely didn't have to do that.
Absolutely.
It's been a while since I've had whiskey, though. I'm not
bourbon, technically.
Sorry, bourbon.
I know.
It's been...
What a snob.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Pinky's up. Right?
Yeah. The dainty pour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's Bullet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I love it. It's so good.
It's smooth.
That's weird. Like, I couldn't drink whiskey for a long ass time. Like, I'd get sick. And not like, when I drink whiskey, I get sick. No, like, I could not drink all week long, and on a Friday, I have like a Jack and Coke. 2 sips in, I'd feel like I had the flu. So I felt like I was literally allergic to whiskey. So I just never drank it. And drank rum mostly for a long time, beer. But I don't know, since I had my gallbladder out here a couple years ago, whiskey doesn't bother me at all.
Wow.
So I like it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Bullet, like, it's just nice on rocks, man. It's just
it is smooth.
smooth.
You gotta let it settle.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Once you pour it on the ice, you just gotta let it settle here for a little bit.
Let it get cold, and it's yummy. Goes down smooth.
No, it's very good. Thank you for bringing that. Like I said,
absolutely.
That's usually something I do is when I have a guest over. It's, hey, what do you like to drink? I'll make sure I have that on hand.
Yeah, no, you messaged me earlier, and
you were like, no,
nope, I'm bringing a bottle.
I'm bringing something. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That'll go good. That'll loosen everything up.
Yeah, and I don't like beer. I'm getting all bloated, and I'm good.
Me, I like beer.
Oh, I do too.
But man, if it gets my gout flared up, look out.
Well,
it's
the gallbladder.
Not worth it.
There's only like a certain number of beers now I can drink. Otherwise, I shit like a goose.
Which is a good thing, really, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
I can only have 3. Whew, good, I can only have 3.
Well, no, I mean 3 different kinds, not 3 beers. One of you know me to have 3 beers.
Yeah.
It's usually like 1, 2, I'm fucked.
1, 2, and so we're drinking now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I have to stop the car on the side of the road so I can throw up. Hold on. That's never happened.
No, only if you're in the passenger seat.
In my younger days. I'm too old for that now. Stories.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not young anymore. My days of throwing up out of limousines are over.
God, that was funny.
You sent me that video like a couple months ago. It was like the anniversary or something. Was it like 7 years or something? 6 years?
It was
8 years? I think 7.
7. I think
it was
is what
7.
it was 7 years ago.
Oh, it was a hell of a time. Oh, God.
We, me, Josh and I, and
a whole bunch of us.
Yeah, there was a slew of us. My brothers were involved, and anyway, we decided we're going to go to the rave
in
Milwaukee to watch Whiskey Myers play. And I said, hey, let's just get a limo or something, so that way nobody's driving, everybody can be safe. So Josh rented the limo. And of course, we all get picked up, and he's like, "All right, there's just one.
All night, I bitched
There's
about
just
that too.
one rule: nobody throws up inside the limo, or it goes on my credit card of whatever, $250 or whatever it was." Yeah.
All night, I bitched about it.
All
Who's the asshole
night.
who did it? This guy. Except I didn't get it in. I did make it out the window. I mean, granted, the people driving behind us on 43 the whole way home were just getting caked and puked, but hopefully the windshield wipers worked. But yeah, it was a good night.
And I do have Snapchat video of that happening during the time that it was happening.
Yes. You might have to post it with it. I'll allow it. Because it was all out because it was hilarious.
It was fun. I have no shame in that.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Well, if I can do it, it's going to be already played.
Yeah,
but
it's hilarious.
I don't think I can.
I don't know if it's that funny. I mean, some people might not find puking funny, but I thought it was hilarious.
It's not like you could see anything. It was just your head sticking out the window and your whole body.
And, see my body, the whole body heave as I was doing it. Yeah. Oh, God. That was hilarious.
It was funny.
That was a good night. There were a lot of fun things happened that night. Brandon holding up the building and then went into the same room to get air.
Yeah.
That was classic. And then disappeared, and then next thing you know, he was front row rocking. It was like, where did he go?
Got a second wind.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was a great night.
Yeah, we
got to do that again.
No.
A limo,
we don't need to do that whole experience again.
No, but we need to do a limo concert again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been since then, I think. Because Eric Church was before that.
I was going to say it was EC.
That's when I was holding up the Rosemont because I was so shit-faced I was just leaning on the building. That video. That's when the Kyle started. Because I was a little under.
You were a little hammed.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Well, every time I went to the bathroom, I came back with 3 beers and handing them out to everybody. I didn't care. It was a blast.
It was an EC concert.
Yeah.
You gotta.
It was no different than Knoxville. God, we were shit-faced. Oh, man. We were drinking since what? What time? We started 10 a.m.
Well, we went into that.
We went to lunch. It's that one place and drank. And then we went to that, not Watson's, that place on campus. And that's where we got all the microbrews and met them cool people that were from Texas that had the breakfast joint.
Yep, and I can't remember what that. I can never remember that.
Yolks, something yolk.
Broken yolks or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we started at like
they
noon.
were cool. And then you knew somebody from out here that like farmed. Remember, like I was like, Jesus Christ! Everywhere you go, you know somebody. Like
they were down by Kirkland.
Yeah, we're like states away, and you know these people. Like it was a fun time. We were shit faced, and then bought the 12-pack for the walk to the concert. Hit our knives, and then we still found them after the concert.
I totally forgot about that. We're walking up like, oh no, I got my knife on me. They're gonna confiscate that. Like, here's a construction site. Let's throw them underneath this board.
Yeah, threw them under a sheet of plywood, and they were still there when we got back. It was awesome.
Yep.
Hammered. Then Taco Bell was a bad idea for the end of the night.
We went to Taco Bell?
Yeah, because remember, your Taco Bell ended up all over the wall of the hotel room and out the door and into the parking lot. Because I was like, yep, I'm getting charged for that cleaning in the morning. Oh, God.
But you didn't.
I did not.
I took care of it.
But that's because we tipped them pretty well. Let me rephrase that. You tipped them pretty well. That was a great night, too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You have to when you make a mess. It's not that was my intended goal, but.
Got to party with my kiddo at college. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Handful of times. Went down there and partied with her. It was awesome.
And she's all graduated now.
Yep.
She's out.
Yep.
Working full time.
Yep. Home working. Trying to figure out what she wants to do next.
Aren't we all?
Well, I mean, she was, all about like, all right, grad school and all this, but then like, all right, I'm taking a year off, then doing grad school, and now she's like, I don't know, I can do grad school when I'm 40. What's the rush? So I don't know what she's doing. She was talking about going to Italy for a year to be an au pair.
What the heck is that?
Like a nanny, but like a live-in, I think, or not a live-in. I don't know how it is, but that's what an au pair means. It's French. I mean, fucking French. What did they give us?
That would be pretty cool.
If it wasn't for us, they'd be speaking German. Fucking French.
Actually, the French did bail us out in the Civil War. Or the Revolutionary War. Wasn't the Revolutionary War?
I don't know. They were the French and Indian War. No, I don't know.
One of them.
History.
Yeah, they bailed us out.
I don't know. I'd know it, but they tore down all the statues that I know. The French. How did we get on the French? Oh, the au pair thing.
Yeah.
Wow, I can get sidetracked.
Yeah.
And now she's talking about, like, stopping work and maybe come winter and just traveling by herself through Ireland and Amsterdam and just going on her own for a while and, like, a soul searching to figure out what she wants to do with her life kind of thing.
Cool.
So I don't know. It scares the shit out of me, but,
Yeah. That was when you said Ireland and Amsterdam and all that.
My
I was
daughter
like,
in Europe, like, I just instantly I see the movie Taken in my head, and it's like, kid, Dad does not have a special set of skills. At least none that'll help you. My skills are pretty much worthless, so. So yeah, that makes me a little nervous, but at the same time, I'm like so supporting it. Like, kid, do it. Do it now while you're young. Like when Dean's was closing, I was going to take that bike trip out west and just make the giant circle, and I never did it. And God, I'm pissed I didn't, because I'll never do it now.
Yeah,
especially now that I sold the bike. So it's,
and I'm getting to the point too where
which I can always get another bike. I'm not worried.
Yeah, and that's the thing about
it. And I will eventually. It's just it was time.
I want to. I want to start traveling more like overseas.
Yeah, see, overseas doesn't excite me. I want to see this country first before I see everything else.
I get that.
Europe does nothing for me. The only thing I'd want to see in Europe, honestly, is all like the World War II like history stuff. Other than that, I could give a shit about Europe.
I mean, I think Italy.
I'd rather
I think Italy would be awesome.
Australia and Africa are the two places I want to go.
Yeah, you want to go to Africa to hunt?
No, I don't want to hunt in Africa. Like, there's no real hunting in Africa. Everything's in fucking cages and pens and fuck that. No, I want to go like see a real safari. I think it'd be awesome. Just sitting there, like, checking out some zebra and some lion comes out of nowhere and just, like, rips his face off. It'd be awesome. Like, yeah! That'd be cool as hell.
The food chain is legit.
Yes, yeah. Like, raw nature, Like, I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
In Australia, just beautiful. Like, otherwise, I don't care to go anywhere else. Mexico, I've never been. Like, I don't care.
Mexico's got some pretty
Jamaica,
places.
All this shit. Like, Hawaii, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a beach guy. I'd rather, like, be in the mountains and the woods and, like, I'll do beach for a day. Like, all right, I'll chill out for a day and relax, but after that, no, I want to go do shit. Like, people that can just go on vacation, sit on a beach for a week. Fuck that, I can do it at home for free. I don't know, it just doesn't do anything.
But you're not on a beach, you're not on the ocean.
It doesn't do anything for me, though. Like, I'd rather be in the woods and the hills and the mountains, I mean, I grew up in the mountains, so, like, I miss the mountains. That's why Tennessee will be in the future here soon.
And like me, I'd like to go over and see like the Colosseum, in Italy and see all. I mean, I'm not a super religious guy, but I like to see all the old churches that were built in the 1400s and that kind of thing.
Cool.
Go to Amsterdam and see the big tulip farms over there. The big flower farms that they have that are just hundreds of acres.
Sorry, my 12-year-old came out.
Just experience things like that you don't normally see here. Things that you don't see here, because we're such a young nation. We're only 1776, so we're 250, 60 years old. It's like you get over there where the nations are thousands of years old, and it's like, okay, that's cool. That's history. That's something that intrigues the shit out of me.
Some of the old castles and shit, I think would be cool as hell. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Go to Scotland and see some of those.
That'd be cool.
That would be flipping awesome.
That would be cool.
But it's just, I don't know.
Like I could care less if I see the Eiffel Tower. Like I don't know. And not to bring up France again, but I don't know. Europe just doesn't do anything for me. Like big deal, Big Ben in England and all that. It's a big fucking cloud.
What about the pyramids?
Yeah,
I could go see the pyramids.
Just a bunch of triangles in the desert.
It's a lot more impressive than that, dude.
I'm sure it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I got like a free trip to go, maybe. I mean, and that's a maybe. I don't know.
I just think about this. The Pyramid of Giza has 2.3 million stones from a rock quarry that's 80 miles away, and each stone weighs an average of 30 tons.
Supposedly.
Built perfectly.
I think it was the aliens.
To north, south, east, and west. Perfectly so they can have all these different crevices and things throughout the pyramid to have rooms and things like that built to a point. Like engineering. I don't know. 4,500 years ago.
See, there's the conspiracy theory behind how they were built.
Nobody knows how they were built.
I think they were dug.
I've said that before. I agree.
I don't think it was built up. It was
built down.
Yeah.
That's my theory too. Mm-hmm. And then after 4,500 years of erosion and sand and everything else, and all of a sudden, hey, here we are. That's a theory.
Yeah.
Can't
No.
Can't prove anything that we just said.
No.
But it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Because back then it was theoretically jungle and forests and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't just sand.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't disagree with that. But those are the type of things that are intriguing to me. Like, I would love to go see that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of like they're one of the 7 wonders of the world, the pyramids. Yeah, I don't even know what the other 6 are. I have no idea. Statue of Liberty one? I don't even know. I should know this.
Great Wall of China is one. I think the Pyramid of Machu Picchu is another.
I have no idea. I don't care either.
There's like, I don't know what
there's 7. I mean,
isn't there 8 now? Didn't they make the 8 wonders of the world?
Well, the 8th wonder of the world would be Trump, wouldn't it? I'm pissed off all the liberals listening. Just kidding. There's no liberals listening to the show. Are there?
Oh, yeah. I got. That's the one thing I love about this, man.
Well, my daughter does. I don't know.
I have people from all over the world listening to this. I got somebody in Germany that listens to this. Yep, somebody in Germany listens to this.
9. Should I give the salute?
I got a friend of mine.
Hitler invented the high five, right?
Yeah, right. I got a friend of mine in Canada who
Canada, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tries to listen to him.
My ancestors in Canada, eh?
Yeah, you got dual citizenship.
You hoser, yeah.
Until they become the 51st state.
Oh yeah. Canada hates us.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
We all know that ain't gonna happen.
They're our bitch.
I just think, when it comes to like Trump and he says these things, I think it's just to rile people.
Oh, it is.
That's his way.
But that's why I like him. I mean, let's be honest. Like, when you vote, you're voting for the lesser of 2 evils always. The thing I like about Trump is that, like, he's a pig and whatever. Like, he's, egomaniac and whatever. I mean, you got to take away the person. You know what I mean? He's a businessman. He's not a career politician. He really wants this country back to how it's supposed to be.
See, you said to vote for the least of the 2 evils. I don't vote that way. I vote on what's best. No, I vote on what's best for the United States of America and the citizens that are in it.
Yes, but like, I mean, really, my point is they're both crooked. Like, everybody's crooked in politics. That's just the way it is. You think Trump's not making money off of like different things that like he's doing that's helping the country maybe, but it's also lining his pockets. I mean, come on. You know, that's how they all are. It's just he's doing it smart and whatever. And, you know, look at 9/11. The Bush family made like 30-something million off of 9/11 with the way the stock market did and whatever. You know.
Is that making money or is that just being smart? I mean, think about it, right? Because okay, so
insider trading and all that.
So 9/11, right? The stock market just,
which again I think is a big cover for something else, but
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it took the stock market dove big time,
huge.
Okay,
yeah.
Fast forward 20 years, we have COVID. The stock market fell in half.
Again, another giant conspiracy.
So were they smart and then said, "Hey, now's the time to invest in the stock market because it's half of what it was"?
Oh yeah.
So is that really? I'm not standing up for them. I'm just saying,
no, but I mean,
did they make money from the war or did they make money because of what happened?
Yeah, I mean, they're smart, no doubt. I mean, it's easy to make money when you have money, but I don't know. I just have a hard time. I mean, how do we not have term limits
on Congress and the House of Representatives and all them?
I mean, look at like Pelosi. She makes like what, $150,000 a year, like as her salary.
I think it's $220 now.
But still, how is her net worth like millions? And no one's investigating any of this. You know, I mean, like, how's no one investigated the Clintons? And I mean, just I'm hoping Trump does all that. How's the list, Epstein's list, not popped up? Well, you know why it hasn't popped up, because both sides are all over that list. You know, we only know what they want us to know.
Welcome to government.
That's why I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the radio.
I don't watch any news, hardly at all.
I don't.
If I do, it's what's the weather.
I don't even do that. The weather changes minute to minute around here anyway.
And we have apps and stuff on these things nowadays to be able to.
And our phones are tracking us anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I might leave that one in there just to see what happens.
The Anarchist Cookbook. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Oh, God. My buddies, God, this is I'm going back when I was like probably 10, 12, 13. My buddy's older brother had a copy of it. And like literally this thing, it's like banned. Like it's a felony to own it.
Is it a felony to talk about it? No.
I don't know. I don't
Second
care.
Amendment, bro. First Amendment, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
It'd be my first felony. Second Amendment. First Amendment.
That's what I said. Okay. I said Second Amendment when I was shit. Oh, yeah. First Amendment.
Well, if you don't like the First Amendment, you're not going to like the Second. So yeah, this book, it's the Anarchist Cookbook is what it was called. But like there were like recipes in there to make like plastic explosives, like you name it, like synthetic cocaine. I mean, like this book was like pure evil, right? Like, so it's like obviously Google it. I'm telling you. But my buddy's older brother had one, and I don't even remember the whole point of my story and why I even brought it up.
Good story.
Oh, if we could say it on air, I think that's what it was.
Oh,
I don't know. Edit this because it was terrible. I don't know what I was talking about. I've derailed.
Yeah, that whole like minute and a half is just gonna get.
I just blanked. Yeah, that happens. Head injuries. You know, I can't help it. I dropped as a baby a bunch, and then a handful of car accidents, and yeah, no, it's my brain is not what it used to be.
Blame your mother for dropping you.
Hey, down this. Well, it was my own fault because was that one? Yes, it was my own fault. She stepped on one of my Matchbox cars while she was carrying me, and all the way down the stairs.
Well, it makes sense. Probably why we get along. Sorry, Ma.
Yeah. Why? You get dropped on the stairs
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
I think all moms drop a baby at one point. I mean,
babies bounce,
yeah,
man.
Exactly. It builds character. Toughen up. Rub some dirt on that shit. You know?
Yeah.
That's what these kids today now.
And my arms in the opposite direction. Just wash it off.
That's what these kids today need a good ass whooping. Instead of like a litter box in the bathroom at school because I identify as a fucking kitten.
You know, I can't comment because obviously I don't have kids. You know.
No, you can comment even without kids. You would want your kid to like identify as a fucking kitten? Come on.
No, but at the end of the day,
if my kid wanted to identify as a kitten, it'd be for sale on Craigslist the next day. Like, all right, this one's defected. Give me another one.
Is Craigslist still even a thing?
I don't know. I'm just saying. eBay, whatever. Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that one.
Gently used. Scratch and dent sale. My kid is scratch and dented.
No, like I can't imagine what it's like right now to raise a kid in today's world.
With a baby right now?
Just 10 and under, right? God. Because of all the rules and regulations they have, not only in schools now, but for parents and teachers and guardians and aunts and uncles and friends and all the rules and regulations they have for kids. It's like, man, you can't even discipline your own kid when they do something wrong because
everything you do is wrong.
These rules and regulations aren't for that.
This world has got, especially our country, has gotten so soft. I mean, you can't even have like Christmas parties in school anymore because somebody's offended because, it's not Hanukkah or fucking Kwanzaa or whatever, my gender fluid kid doesn't acknowledge Christmas, so fucking you can't have a party now for everyone else. So, it's just stupid. Back in our day, it was like, it's Christmas party. You don't like it? Tough shit. That's life.
It's what we celebrate.
But we live in a world of participation trophies. That's the problem.
It's a very sensitive and tough
Nobody
subject.
beats their kids anymore.
I was just going to say, there's not enough ass whooping going around.
There isn't. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, like, I talk back to my mom, like, my dad would put me through the wall. And you know what? Looking back now, I fucking deserved it. That's what,
Forget about being even kids. Just like even bars and things. When two men disagreed with something, you went up to the parking lot, you fist fought it out. The winner, okay, at the end of it, all right, I get you. Yeah. We see each other. You shake each other's hands, you go back in, and then you have a shot together.
Yeah.
Now it's like the second that even somebody pushes somebody, the cops are there. There's assault and battery charges.
There's 12 people filming with their phone.
Exactly.
And
it's like, man.
So I said, we're back to why I hate this world. It's just stupid. Oh God, it's just so dumb. I want to live in the middle of nowhere, just disappear.
That's the nice thing about where we live, though, is because
where you live. I mean, I'm sort of in the middle of nowhere, but not really. I mean, I'm in town, but it's this tiny ass town.
It's a tiny ass town.
I mean, I drive quarter mile and I'm in the country.
But at least you don't live in downtown like Milwaukee or Chicago.
It's way too dark for me.
Des Moines or Bloomington or Madison. I mean,
I cannot live in this. I hate cities. Well, I hate people, so I don't want to be around people. So like that's why I like the middle of nowhere. But it's just everyone's in a hurry. Everybody's fucking rude. It's just the country life is the way to go.
I agree with that.
Like your neighbors are all cool. Your neighbors are like quarter mile down the road, everybody helps each other. Like that's how it should be. That's old school.
It's old school.
That's how it all should be. It's not that way anymore.
And here's the thing: if something happens and you need to go to a big city, you can be there in an hour.
Yeah.
At least for us.
Yeah.
An hour in almost any direction, you can be to a big city.
Yeah.
Whether that's
Milwaukee,
medical
Madison,
reasons, airports, things like that. Within an hour, you can be damn near anywhere that you need to be for whatever reason you need to be there.
Yeah.
But you're still an hour away out in the middle of nowhere where you're kind of left alone, which is
nice.
What I love.
Oh, God, I love it out here.
It's just so quiet. Like you said, everybody kind of knows everybody. But
I miss the farm life. I love my house, but I miss the farm life. It's an adjustment.
Living in a little city, living in a little town, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I got cool neighbors.
I'm about to say, you do got cool neighbors, which is cool.
Neighbor CJ's cool as shit, and like, Deb, and like they're awesome. The other neighbor's cool. We barely see them, but they're cool. I mean, the neighbor behind me is kind of a douche, but you always got one. He never mows his yard, the fucking big fat lazy fucker. Like you got a riding mower and you still can't mow your backyard. Literally, his backyard's the size of my fucking garage, and it's like you can't mow it. So we got like 10-foot tall fucking weeds and shit all summer. Yeah, it annoys me.
Go mow it for him once sometime.
Fuck that. Guy's a dick. The day I moved in, first 3 days I moved in, like they were on their deck and I waved a few times. They wouldn't even wave. So I'm like, yeah, all right, dickheads. Fence right up against your deck. Kiss my ass. You get to stare at a fence now all day. Assholes. I'll be nice, but if you're a dick, screw you. So I don't care. My other two neighbors are cool. Luckily I got a big enough backyard. They're like far enough away from me, so it's nice.
No, yeah, you got a nice little place over there.
I love it. Garage is cool.
Garage is cool.
The barn, maybe. Well,
all the places to put your toys and
toys are diminishing.
That's life.
Yeah. Yeah, the bike needed to go. That was a life choice.
It's probably a good choice.
After the Rush Creek incident, it was time. I'm not grown up enough yet to have one. If I had kept that thing, I'd be dead this summer. I guarantee it. So
I like bikes. They're fun to ride. They're fun to drive. You know, but my problem is I just don't trust everybody else. If somebody somebody else makes a mistake on the road, and I'm on a bike.
Oh no, I had plenty of close calls over the years. You know, where like your head's on a swivel the whole time.
If I lived in the middle of literally in the middle of BFE,
I mean, out here I'm not worried about it much, but like, you know, going through Crystal Lake, you know, down 14, there's cars everywhere. You know, like that's where you're just like your head's on a swivel the whole time. Now, granted, since I've had a motorcycle, it's made me a better driver even in a car. I mean, minus the couple times in a ditch, but that's a different story.
That's a different story.
Road conditions, that had nothing to do with me.
Damn icy roads.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I had a handful of times where it was like if I hadn't been paying attention, I wouldn't be here, you know, or I'd have been over the hood of somebody's car, or, you know, it's. But that's a chance to take. But you know,
but to me, that's not
when you're the problem.
Yeah,
it's time to sell the bike.
But like for me, that becomes then I don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
right. Because now I'm worrying about everybody else.
Well, that's why I love riding out, or like riding out to Galena, or like you just Route 2 through Dixon along the river. Oh, it's gorgeous, and just you can ride nice and easy. And out, you know, Dixon out there, all the hills in the country. You see a car every 10 minutes. It's nice, you know.
That's a different story.
Yeah, but like. Yeah.
But around here, you get 15 minutes in any direction, all of a sudden it gets busy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it happens, but, you know, I don't know.
Stay out of it. Yeah. That's my theory.
It was time to go.
I don't blame you. I
want to see my grandkids someday. You know, someday. Not anytime soon, but eventually. You know.
Well, Josh,
I'm ready. I'm ready for grandbabies.
Good. Well, it's been a pleasure having you over here for the 100th episode again.
It's been this
Thank
long
you for
already.
coming.
Hell yeah!
It's been
200th. I'm back. So in 2 years I'll be back. You never know.
You never know.
We didn't think there'd ever be 100.
Honestly, I didn't think I'd get to 50.
We didn't think we'd see a 10th. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I figured I could get to 10.
Yeah.
I figured I could get to 10, but. To 50 was my goal, was to get to 50. And once I got to 50, then it was okay. I need to get to 60, and then, you know.
So I'll be back for 200.
Now I'm at 100.
By then I expect national syndication.
Budweiser sponsoring me or something.
Next time I want a green room, and I only want red M&Ms, no other colors. Okay. I'm gonna be a diva. You know?
All right. Yeah. Stripper pole in the corner for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna start a dad bod strip club. There's my next invention.
Hey.
I wouldn't say it's an invention, but anyway.
You never know what might happen.
There's $1 to be made somewhere. $20 is $20, right?
Josh, been a pleasure. Thank you for coming back for the 100th episode, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody that's out there listening, watching, been involved. It means a lot. I appreciate every single one of you. So, for the 100th episode, I'm signing off.
Like and share, people. Like and share.
And please subscribe if you haven't.
Don't let me be the only one that shares every episode. Which I didn't even know I did that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Everyone. That's so pretty cool. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Cool.
Bye.
See ya.